I'm Jim Leach, and I'm at the site of the former Ames shovel plant. And this is where I was Saturday morning when the fire was being fought by all the fire departments from the vicinity. The City of Vienna was set up right here, and I watched them protect these buildings right here. There were a lot of oil drums on fire back here. The fire was approaching, and they were very concerned about it coming across this road and getting into these additional structures. I can tell you that the City of Vienna did a magnificent job in preventing the fire from jumping and engulfing the rest of these structures. So now we're left with the aftermath of this fire. I'm here with Tom Rebar from Compliance Management International. We're here at the scene of the IEI fire. Tom is a licensed remediation specialist that I've worked with in the past. Familiar with evaluating sites like this. We know that we've got impacts to air, soil, and water. And Tom, if you would, go ahead and tell us a little bit about the approach to getting this site cleaned up.
Well, obviously step one is going to be the physical remediation of the debris piles and the melted waste and the metal that you see behind us. And once that's out of the way, the actual site assessment will involve soil and groundwater sampling underneath to see what's gotten into the subsurface can begin. Unfortunately, this is on a floodplain, so there's a lot of alluvial material here, which is usually sand and gravel, which allows for ready, easy transport of water and contaminants through the subsurface. So in any area that isn't paved in the mess behind us here, the fire hose water probably washed it off the pavement, and any contaminants that may have melted or been in the water are now infiltrating into the sand and gravel and spreading underneath.
And there's one final question. With respect to the level of involvement, of course we'll have our state, West Virginia Department of Environmental Protection involved. Do you see a site like this also perhaps involving federal officials and federal funding?
Yeah, depending on the financial capabilities of the responsible party and what's decided obviously in court, this may take EPA federal level money to clean this up.
And that would take place under what's called CERCLA, or the Superfund, is that correct?
Yeah, quite possible.
And my understanding is, under the Superfund, even if the government does step up and assist in this cleanup, they have recourse against the owner to recover those costs for the taxpayer, is that correct?
Yes, that program allows a quicker cleanup because the government can get in here and do it and then go after responsible parties afterwards as necessary.
But of course the preferred method would be for the owner to step up, take care of this site himself, and just follow the regulations that are in place. Is that the preferred method?
Absolutely, that's always the best case scenario for something like this.
All right, Tom, thank you very much. I appreciate you stopping out today.
All right. Thanks for it.
We talked a little bit with Tom Rebar about the steps it's going to take to start trying to remediate this site, remove the debris, do the sampling and analysis that's going to be necessary to determine what kind of remediation efforts are going to need to be taken to get this site cleaned up. We're hoping that the owner of the plant will step up and take care of financial responsibility of it, but also if not, it will fall to our state and federal officials to make sure that this site gets cleaned up and will not cause any more harm or damage to the citizens than it already has. So stay tuned, we'll see how this progresses. Also, as you're aware, we brought a class action suit to investigate all the facts that led up to this fire starting and also what the consequences are going to be in the aftermath. The reason we've immediately instituted suit is to give us the full legal resources to demand the information from the owners and those who might be responsible for the cause and effect of this fire. Any of you that have been affected can go to my website. You can check out jimleachlaw.com. There you'll find a form where you can complete a brief survey, share your experience with us. For those that are significantly impacted, we hope we can offer some help to remedy the effects of this terrible fire that they've had on your life.